And we're live. Let's just double check this real quick. Yes, we are. Welcome, everybody, to the Bitcoin market update. I am Aaron. Cheers to you. We're having a little bit of coffee. Today is Monday. Starting the week off Monday, November the 12th, 2018. Let's dive into the markets, shall we? Checking out coin market cap, we are at $212 billion right now. I believe that is right around where it was yesterday, so we're not really moving quite that much. Also, too, we have a Bitcoin dominance of 52.2%. Let's just grab a look, see at that chart. This is kind of help you out with a visual of what that all looks like. Let's see here. There we go. All right, we're over here. Oh boy, look at that. Look at that dominance. Bitcoin really showing its stuff here. Interesting. Yeah, Ethereum, poor Ethereum has really been pushed way down in the market right here. It's kind of a shame. That's too bad. So this is like kind of not name brand coffee, but it has a bit of a like a cinnamon aftertaste. It's really good. Okay, let's move on to the markets. I hope you guys got your coffee and you're ready to buzz through these real quick. Let's check out BTC USD first and take a look at what we can see here. Yesterday on the day chart, this is for Coinbase, by the way. Yesterday on the day chart, I kind of squished this down a little bit to get a look, overall picture of our giant wedge that we're working in. And I noticed that we did kind of come up and retest. Now we're top side of that resistance line. So that's interesting. As we blow this back up, we're definitely not really in the buy stages yet. We're kind of getting a transition candle here where it could go in another direction. I'm pulling this off the table. I don't think we're going to go much lower now that I see this transition candle. It just doesn't, the market just doesn't have it in it right now to go any lower, which is fine by me. Let's take our little pointer, draw this up. We did get a lower low, but that's fine. Sometimes markets do that just by a little bit. And I'm going to say this is our temporary bottom. And you can see that this right here, I mean, I know we're below the Tekkensen, but this right here, well, and the Kaijun, but this right here, this candle here is trying to tell me that it wants to move higher. I know we've had a diminishing volume, but hopefully the bulls can fend off the bears and move this market higher. I would love that, and I'd love to see more action upside into the Kumo cloud. So much has happened in one day. It's kind of amazing. I'm going to put this in as a possibility for now. Okay. All right, let's move on to LTC USD. Kind of looking the same here. I bet if we zoom way out, we could find a bit of a triangle. Oh, there it is. Okay. We've got this little guy here. It's a different setup. No market looks the same, but it is a different setup for Litecoin. There we go. Okay, so we've got lots of room here coming down, kind of ping-ponging around, and it could actually, now that it looks to me, it looks a little more bearish right here. Here, let me just zoom in. Try to get that bigger for you guys. There you go. Yeah, to me it looks just a tad more bearish. It's almost like Litecoin is lagging behind Bitcoin at this point. So look for some more sideways action. I'm going to shorten this up, obviously. And then for right now, look for some more sideways action, and then possibly to go up and test at least the Kumo cloud first, and then our resistance line, which would be really good. But yeah, we do have some strong support here, so we got to keep an eye on that 47.20. Hopefully we don't even go close to that again. Moving on to Ethereum. Ethereum mostly looking the same. You can see how on this triangle it's kind of set up a little bit like that, and yeah, we could actually trade sideways for today and then later come and test it up. So you know what, yesterday, although I mean we weren't going crazy bullish, but there was a shift last night, or at least during the day, last night during the day, a shift in the market sentiment. People aren't wanting to go as bearish anymore, and I think that is a good thing, and it's going to be a good thing for us moving forward for the rest of the week, and also for our altcoins, because if you look over here to the right, there's been nothing really but a sea of red for most of our altcoins. That's kind of what a majority of what that is over here. It's altcoins. So yeah, they've been kind of got their head held underwater for a little bit, and I believe this market turnaround could really help them out quite a bit. Let's keep an eye out for those rock stars that might perform quite a bit. Here's Veritasium. Let's move on to that. Oh wow, last night was a sad night if you were holding Veritasium and you didn't get out at the top. Yeah, it's a good day for us guys that were bears. So like I said before, sell at the top. Most of us got out. We've been coming down. I had some targets that could be potential turnarounds. So it did last night. It went through my 485, which I said could be a place where we can bounce. We can now take 485 off the table. We can trash that, right? Let's get rid of it. We're going to start slowly cleaning this place up. We can get rid of these support. I don't know why that's there. Okay, here we go. I said my second area of support could be a bounce at the 399. Well, looky there. We got so close right there. Those candle wick came way down and it stopped right there. So we got close. However, if I zoom into the 5-minute chart just to kind of get a look at how this market is performing since then. So we got a strong pullback and a bounce, which you would expect to get a bounce out of that. But it's staying fairly low. It's traded into a triangle. It broke bearish again, which came down. It didn't actually, it set a higher low, but it's compressing, and yeah, we shall see. I think we still have more downtrend coming. So we're going to go back to the day chart on Veritasium. Let's squish this down so it's in a form that we can actually look at. And I just don't see anything here yet to tell me that we're reversing. So I'm going to actually move this forward a little bit and say this, because that's where we're at right now. And that's where we are. And I'm just going to say it's possible that we could continue down to the 399. Now, a lot of you may look at this and go, oh, Aaron, that's it. It's over. It's going to go up. And it is possible, right? It is possible that the bottom is in. But I will say this. I need clear signals to move against the market. So when the market shows me a clear signal that it has turned, then I definitely will turn with the market. I want to be on the side of winners, and I know you guys do too, but it's still too early to call. Remember guys, we just came off of a TK death cross here. So a TK death cross, the very next day, bam, we got a big gigantic red candle. That's not coincidence. That's the market telling you we got a death cross. The smart traders are out. They're gone. They're not going to come back in until we kind of regroup, and move forward. All right. Just for me, this is still a sell, and it can still come down lower to my other targets, and it could blast even lower than that. I mean, but we shall see. Proppy, PRO. Look at that. It came down and stopped right at my targets there. In fact, we're at 6201 right now, and I had a target roughly at 6181. So that's pretty good from a call from up here coming down. We can finally get rid of this, clean up our chart a little bit, get rid of our arrow. We know that worked out. Pat on the back. Awesome. We could start seeing some consolidation here sideways. I'm going to pull out the arrow here and kind of let you see what I see. Some consolidation sideways into a triangle where we then hopefully get a reversal and break up. But remember, we're hoping that it breaks up. But always be prepared that it can break down also. And it could break down to our secondary support line. So it came to our first one. Actually, we can get rid of this too. Oh man, chart's looking so clean. But yeah, it did come down to here. We could trade sideways, and then the bears could kick in one more time and push us down below the Kumo cloud, and we would be officially bearish at that point. So for the day chart. So let's stay out of the market. Proppy, this has been a great trade for all of us. Let's stay out of it for now. If I come back to you tomorrow and there's a big green candle kind of building up here, hey, we'll get in. It's okay. It's all good. Remember, we want to catch a for sure 50 to 80% of the move. We don't want to capture all of it because you start getting into high risk territory. We want the market to lead the way. We don't want to front run or get in front of the market, because if you ended up buying right here and then the market dipped further, then you would have, you've got your buy back in, and then you have to reverse, oh my gosh, turn around, and then you have to sell at a loss to try to catch up to us bears that are continuing down. And then you'll have to buy back in again to get back in with the trade when the rest of us do. So let's just keep it simple. Remember, less trades are better. And I want you guys to relax. And I want you to have fun when you're looking at these markets. Draw your trend lines. Enjoy checking out, what the bulls and bears are doing. Enjoy learning. It's the best thing that you can do is continue to learn and continue to have fun. If you're not having fun, you'll start making mistakes, silly mistakes, and then maybe trading isn't for you. But have fun, relax. It's okay. All right, moving on to TRX. TRX 1 day on Binance. Alrighty, we had looks like a breakthrough last night in Tron on the 1 day. It punched through my support line, which is absolutely fine. It came in maybe a candle a day or two ahead of schedule than I expected it, but here it is. That's fine. We're going to deal with that. I'm going to move this support line down. Hope you guys are all moving your lines. No point in having old lines and trying to read off of something like this, right? Oh, I don't know why it's not. You know what I mean? We got to have our support and resistance lines. It's super, super important, and it's okay to keep moving them. All right, now it looks like our sideways in the Kumo cloud could be finished. So I'm going to remove that arrow that was in there, and it had been there for quite a while, even on part of this run up here. So yeah, we've been having that arrow hang out here for about a week. But now here is the downtrend below the Kumo cloud. It's fine. We're gonna probably come down to this area of support on Tron and continue moving higher. So all of you bears that jumped out right here or jumped in, bears jumping in, man, you are looking good. Populous PPT. Okay, so PPT is in It's been in transition for 2 days. Quick 10-second timeout. Man, I tell you, I don't think anyone consumes more coffee than I do. And I never am pouring myself a little more. Got the thermos here. I know I don't go to work. This is my work. But it helps to kind of pack a thermos like you're going to work. I used to work construction, so I packed a thermos every day. Always had it in the cab of the truck. And I always looked forward to when the rest of the guys were out taking their smoke breaks, I'd have coffee. So I never did get into smoking, but anyway, let's jump back into it. This last 2 days have been green, so hopefully you guys are taking that. And know this. Okay, we had this big run up, right? Well, it didn't quite reach our resistance line, but it did run up really hard. So it makes sense that some smart traders are going to take profit all the way down and push this. They're going to push this market down again. So don't be freaked out by this, okay? We're still turning, or we're trending sideways like we have been since back here. We had that big spike, but we're going to trend sideways. And then, just to be more clear, we're going to break above that Kumo cloud first, and then hopefully go as high as our resistance line here. So there you go. Look for more consolidation sideways, but we still have a target to reach. So hopefully we get there. Human IQ still going down. We're consolidating. We have found the floor again for the second time. Let me pull that back up. Oh, by the way, I'm in a new area. I'm like down here or down there somewhere. I know that I had my picture up here for a long time, but nobody really wants to look at me. And I noticed that half the time the picture was covering my trade calls. So yeah, this is my work area. Keep my face out of it. Okay, so human IQ looking, or humanique, however you want to say it. It looks like we have been kind of making our way up here. We did get a golden cross on God mode, but the red line is still running flat. There is still hope, however, that we can run higher. So this is still in effect, that we could still run higher and run up and touch this, and especially now that we have what I would call our double bottom. There you go. And this probably would help too, just to throw one of these on there. Okay, so we have a triangle. Maybe we're going to trade sideways first. More consolidation to the end of it before a breakout? Question mark? Sound like a question. I'm okay with that. But I don't see, it's almost like the bear's timidly going down and touching the pool of the pond down here, the low part, and saying, there it is. Okay, a price action popped right back up to here. So, we're going to have to take this as, see, our volume is super low. So I'm taking this as more consolidation sideways down here. And then hopefully up to from there, we'll get a turnaround and come up higher. But if it doesn't, it could just kind of be wavy like this, right? So don't look for much out of this right now. We haven't got clear signals to jump in and be like super bulls. Nothing, not even close. So here we are. OMG. All right, let's move this real quickly and consolidate and squish and move this thing around. All right, we had our touch. We obviously had to move our trend line a little bit, which is totally fine. Now we're looking for a golden cross on our RSI to bring us up. So I'm going to move this over just a hair, and it looks like we're a little bit late. That's fine, but look for more consolidation to the downside. We need to gather up our energy before jumping higher, and that's what we have here. But we know where we're going, right? And I think the lesson from Proppy, PRO, can be no. What one was it? Was it this? Was it this? There it is. The lesson for OMG is on Populous, not Proppy. Populous, PPT. So once we've squished down and we're ready to jump higher, okay, look out for that pop. I mean, this pop was huge. OMG, do you think you'll get a pop like that? Maybe. I don't know. But we have to be prepared as traders to see something like that. You know, you're towards the end of the channel, and I'm going to turn this into like a white. Okay. Look out for one of these. Okay. This is just going to probably over here, but who knows? Look out for one of those. It just kind of comes right up, big gigantic wick, and comes right back down. You know, if you're down here and you want to do a quick sell at 542, maybe you're one of the sellers. Who knows? But anyway, yeah, let's just look for more consolidation out of OMG, possibly a quick pop, bam, to the upside, and then let's try to hit that resistance again. Moving on to Theta. Theta's got some great news. I was reading it out to the group, or didn't read it out to the group. I tweeted it out to our trading group. Let's take a look. All right, here it is. Theta just upgraded their mainnet source code and released a new white paper. And then I wrote, I love how they are constantly upgrading and keeping people in the loop, because they are really good at communication. I think that for investors, guys that are holding their tokens and are excited about their projects and talking about it, that we need to be kept in the loop. And they're doing an excellent job at that. So, yeah, Theta doing real good. Theta here, so we were consolidating again, another, you know, crouch down and then spring higher. So that's what we have here. I'm going to move this in a little bit. This to me is still, actually, it's no longer in play. I love it when a day changes our entire philosophy. So this is really good news. I'm going to say I'm going to look for more sideways and then possibly up. Okay, so cheers to you guys for waiting it out here. We can start seeing hopefully some green shoots out of this. So the first thing we got to do is we got to get top side of this. I'm really messing this up here. Okay, first thing we got to do is get top side of this resistance line. Excuse me. We want to break bullish and go up. That would be fantastic. And indicators are saying that with a little bit of time, it's possible that we could do that. So congratulations, Theta holders. I see some more sunny days in your future. Here we go. GBYTE bite ball on Bittrex the 1 day. We have more sideways. Actually, this is showing me that it wants to come down even further. So I'm not going to say sideways, but I will say that I believe we're going to come down and retest this support line right here before giving us a bounce. So we have been trading sideways for the most part, but I want to see. I think the Bears got a little bit more in them, so they want to go. They probably want to go lower and then come up. Here's my theory. Okay, don't hold me to this, but I think Bears. Oh, what? Pulling out the white arrows. I like the yellow ones myself. There you go. I'm looking at something more like that. Oh, Stan Lee. Oh man, I'm sorry to announce Stan Lee of Marvel Comics has passed away. What an awesome guy. What a great imagination. And I enjoyed seeing him in all of the movies that he would kind of pop his head in and say a quick line or two, and always with an odd character. Yeah, Stan Lee, you'll be missed, man. Rest in peace. Thanks for giving us your imagination and your creativity. All right. I know my boy runs around like he's the Incredible Hulk all the time, so here, let's put a little bit more light on the subject. Nobody wants to see that face. Ugh. All right, so that's GBYTE. Let's look at pay. Pay moving down. Look at this. It's coming down below the Tekkensen, and this is now. I thought we were going to test it, but look for more consolidation down here. And unfortunately, we may break through lower. So, we're going to have to keep an eye on this. So, yeah, that trend line comes from way back. So, what I'd like to do, we'll pull this in a little tighter and go like this to tighten things up. And this guy is going to come down like so. All right, so we're getting kind of tight in this range. Look for it to continue to come down, and then hopefully once we find the bottom of this, to break out topside. So there's always hope. All right, let's take a look at DGB, Digibyte. Okay, I got a guy, Dave in the group is talking about Digibyte, and I made a little arrow right here. He made the call and said, that's it, that's the bottom, but Dave, we're getting some more. So, more downtrend. So this is still in effect for us right here. I looked at, let's see, I looked at our volume profile. Well, I'm not going to pull it out, but I posted these purple lines of support and resistance way back. So now that we're breaking through this support and resistance here, we're most likely going to continue down to the next one. So this is very valid right here, and we're headed that way. I'm going to put it like this, and yeah, you know what? That's fine. So we're going to pull that out of there and continue our downtrend until we get clear signals. We're not being bullish. This bad boy here, this Tekkensen, is coming down, and price action being right here is way below it. So the one thing to look for is a massive wick. It looks like Digibyte likes these massive wicks. Let me highlight them for you. It likes these massive wicks on a turnaround. Okay, here's a turnaround. You get the picture, right? Digibyte likes massive wicks for turnarounds. It doesn't really do double bottoms that often. Even those have pretty big wicks. So we're looking for something kind of like this, but probably further down. So let's move on. Digibyte still in its bear phase. Angry bear. Now I wanted to highlight something here. I was kind of going through some of the altcoins that I don't normally cover. Stellar Lumens is doing really, really well. It's on the uptrend. It has just been running like mad. Ever since down here on the 1st of November, it started taking off. It broke out of our resistance line and is moving higher. No sign of a pullback yet, so I'm liking that one. And then some fresh green shoots, because the rest of these are all terrible sells. Excuse me. I would say that Power Ledger is looking positive. If you could see, this is the one-day chart for them on Binance. We're starting to see some positivity here, this movement. 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days of consolidation, and some really strong dojis. I know your volume is way down, but we have I think that this could possibly start moving higher. I'm pretty hopeful about this. So let's keep an eye on that power ledger. The next one is ADA. ADA is also showing some strength. We've kind of worked our way above the Tekkensen. Tekkensen is following us up. We had a TK Golden Cross here, and I'm liking ADA at this point too. This could be a nice little buy area. I'm not getting into either Power Ledger or ADA. I'm spread a little thin right now, but I like to kind of point things out as I see them. I think that's a possibility. All right, now moving into the week, let's get a look at gold. Okay, yesterday, or not yesterday, but Friday, we were talking about where gold was at, and I said look for gold to turn around at 1200, and well, we are right there, $1,201.60. I think we're going to get a bounce here soon after we consolidate. So I'm thinking we still have to consolidate and maybe move sideways a little bit, but it's possible that gold could recover here. It sure likes that 1200 area. Coffee. Let's take this out of here, okay? And let's wait for the consolidation. Look at this perfect parallel trend channel that it's working in right now. It came down, almost touched it, which leads me to believe we're going to just be in a little triangle down here, hopefully to gather more strength and then pop higher and maybe retest the top of the trend channel. Let's see. Silver is down to $14.01. Are you kidding me? Okay, Aaron, you can get rid of that. We know it was a double top. Okay, you called it. I get it. All right, and then I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, I love cleaning up my charts. It's great to leave notes for yourself, but I like a clean workspace. All right. I was thinking that silver would come down to this low of 1394, our first area of support before bouncing, and we are headed there. So hang on, guys. This ain't over yet. I believe we're still going down. U.S. Brent crude, how about that? We called the top. We did really good on that. The one thing I wanted to point out here is we should squish this down. Do you see this massive parallel trend channel that we were working in? We'd hit our top, hit our bottom, hit our top. Where are we going next? Anybody? Bueller? Yeah, we're going top side. Or we're going to the bottom of the trend channel. There you go. That'll work. We just kind of extended it out further. And if you're a betting man, I think you would be good at saying, hey, how about it coming down right here? So I had a target price here of about 64. I just roughly drew that in. Nothing fancy. But that's what I think. Remember, U.S. Brent crude has done this before. Look back here. You see that? Brent crude trades in a trend channel. It traded sideways here. It didn't quite, it came down and it touched it, and then it kind of broke through, came up, and then went right back to that where it should have went straight down on the trend channel, which was really quite fascinating. So yeah, let's look at Brent and keep an eye on that. I still got my doom line at $100, meaning I don't want to see it go that high. I don't know that the emerging markets could handle high gas prices. I guess it would, help there. If you're an exporting country of oil, sure, it might help you. But if you're, an importer of oil in our third world country, is really, really going to hurt you. So let's not beat up on the little guy too much, shall we? All right, so here we go. Brent crude continuing its way down. I got a target price of about 66 to 64 bucks, something like that. So let's move on to the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Here we go. I know these are not Bitcoin markets, but it's good that you know them, just so you know what's going on with the rest of the market. So on Friday, I put in an arrow and I was expecting some down. And here we are coming down because it was just green up here. And yeah, I think it's just going to continue like this for a bit. We need a little bit of pullback before I'm going to call it here. I think we're going to go up and do into the Kumo cloud. We're going to go above it. So that would be really nice for your Dow Jones guys. All right, real quick on the FANG stocks. FANG stocks are still getting beat up. Here's Facebook. Facebook at 141. It came all the way from 218-ish. And it's now at 141. It's getting beat up there. Here's Apple. Apple also taking a thrashing. Oh, my Lanta. Let's just continue. The beatings will continue until morale improves. Okay. Check this out. Amazon getting beat up on too. Netflix. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Netflix. What do you mean? You can't put out terrible, horrible content and people love you? Google getting a thrashing. So there's your FANG stocks, your market darlings. Right now they're all getting hammered, and that could just mean that they want to force these things down and get a better price later. Here's the Euro USD. It is taking a beating also. A buddy of mine, Jay, in our trading group, he likes these markets. Talked about a possible head and shoulders here, but also a larger head and shoulders that could have possibly formed over here. So if you connect these and you start going down, we had some targets laid out where it's possible that the Euro USD would go to. So we have at 109. And then another one at 104. So let's just see how that goes. And the USD Aussie dollar. Aussie looking strong again. Look at this strong parallel trend channel that it was running up in. It was looking really, really good. It broke bearish, but we're getting a bit of recovery here. So we need to keep an eye on that. That one is going to probably go up higher soon too. Anyway, thanks for hanging with me on this a little bit longer than normal Monday morning or Monday afternoon when you get this market update. Thank you guys so much. Cheers to you. Talk to you guys soon. I'm out of here. See ya.